Hey everybody, this is Kimberly Gaffney with Kimberly Gaffney and Associates coming to you from my living room on this Manic Monday, May 18th. I had started doing this video on my phone, but I have two phones and both of them have gotten full of storage. Therefore, I went to the computer to do the laptop thing, but it gets a big old view back here behind you. I am in the middle of getting my studio set up for these types of things. So just bear with me, y'all. But I've been so busy I hadn't had time to finish it, but I got to because I got a bunch of classes coming up that I've got to teach. So Manic Monday. Let's just jump straight in. I'll tell you more about my Manic Monday later, but right now I want to grab your attention and tell you what this video is about. If you follow me on my Facebook page, it's under Kimberly Jackson Gaffney Dash Realtor. I have been sharing stuff over this weekend that has been popping up like advertisements where these companies are advertising that they're tax strategists, they're investing strategists, and they're trying to get you to take their class or come to their classes or whatever. They're going to teach you how basically to get rich quick and be a millionaire. Okay. Well, I've been doing this a long time and I have not gotten rich quick and I'm far from ever being a millionaire. Okay, y'all. So anyway, I have reposted their things saying this is a bunch of scammers. This is false advertising. What they're putting on these little ads right here, it's false. Okay. And I'm going to tell you how it's false. And I can prove it to you that it's false. But are they going to do anything? No, they're going to keep paying to put these ads up. And there are going to be a lot of people that believe it. They're going to lose their money. That's what's going to happen. Because they're not going to be told properly, or they're going to pay the money and then come into the class and then find out it was a bunch of malarkey. Okay. So I am in South Carolina. I live in South Carolina. I was born and raised here. So I'm going to talk about where I live. I don't know who I was going to see this, what state you live in, or anything else, but I would assume that the tax and foreclosures are done the same way in every state and every county. Now, there may be some like some little tweaks or like percentages of down payments or deposits and all that, or how many days you got to do everything. All of that could possibly be different. It's based on the county, what their rules are. But I'm going to tell you about York County, South Carolina. Okay. So let's first of all talk about the tax sales. It is a tax sale auction. The highest bidder will be the winner. And the county is not supposed to accept more than what the taxes and the fees and all that are added up to. Okay? They want to get the tax money. They don't care about anything else. So if you win the bid, you probably haven't even bidded the full amount, but if you do, you do. Okay, great. People's over here, they're going to be trying to get it for nothing. All right, and people get them for nothing. All righty. Um, so let me just tell you, start off with the tax sales only happen one time per year. You need to find out where you live when your tax sale will be. The tax sale here in York County is in October. All right. Let me tell you the actual date. Get you a notepad, piece of paper, pencil, whatever, or save this video. Like and save it. Turn on notifications for it. Follow me, and you can always come back. It's going to say Manic Monday, tax sale, tax auctions. Okay. The next video will be foreclosures. All right. So to begin with, it's called a delinquent tax sale. That is the true title of what it is. The upcoming sale this year is going to be October the 12th, 2026. You will not know what is going to be on that roster until about 3 weeks before that date. You must register with your county to come, or you will not get to go into the room where they're doing this. And you also have to be registered and be given a number. And if you didn't register, you got getting in the room, and you also didn't get a number. So guess what? You ain't gonna get to be part of it. Okay? You can't even go in to watch and see how it works. You've got to follow all the rules to get in the door. And I'm gonna tell you, there's people going in and out of that door every time, and they've been doing it a long time. So they know what's going on. If you've never been before, go one time. You got to register. Got to get your little bid number. Okay? And you can just sit there and watch what happens, because I'm going to tell you now, you probably going to get outbidded, because it's going to blow your mind. Because I've been to one and I was like, I ain't even wasting my time unless I got some money sitting in my bank account. Okay? So here we go. All the tax sales, it is an as-is sale. Okay? If you are going to be there, you either got to have cash in your pocket, or when you know you've won, you need to leave, go to your bank, get a cashier's check payable to the county, or what's the other one? Oh, you can write a business check. But you got to be back at the county place and do it by the end of the day. If you don't, guess what? If it's not paid, if the whole 100% of what the bid was that you won is not paid by 5 o'clock, you lost your bid. You lost the right to own the property or to be the winner. You don't get a second chance, and you get fined $500. And you also could get charged with contempt of court. Okay, and this goes to the tax office, y'all. Now, this is what happens. People don't realize this. You think once you've done this and you've won it, it's yours. Nope, not yours. It still belongs to the person that their name is on the tax bill and the name that's on the deed. Okay, I feel like I'm looking down. Anyway, say my house, all right? My house, my name is on the deed. I get the tax bill. The tax bill's got my name on it, all right? I'm the owner. And for whatever reason, I was not able to pay my taxes the first year when they came due. They're not going to come snatch my house out from under me. They're just going to charge me late charge, until they have a cap. But then the next year, my taxes come due and I haven't paid it. Now I'm 2 years owed. More fees, more fees, more fees. So when that tax sale gets ready to be a list of the delinquent taxpayers, that's when you're gonna get a letter. That's when you're gonna know. Hello, they'll nail something to the tree, if I'm not mistaken. I know they do it in Chester County. If they can't knock on the door or put something on your door, they'll nail it to a tree I'm telling you, they're gonna make sure they got evidence that they told you. Okay. So not knowing what your tax bill is, if you own property, you know you gotta pay taxes every year. And if you have a mortgage, you still need to make sure that they paid the bill for you if it's in escrow. Okay. And you should see that. You can log in to see if it got paid by your mortgage company. If you are not in escrow, where you pay in your property insurance and your house payment every month, and you're actually paying these bills yourself, you could still have a mortgage. And I can guarantee you, whenever the mortgage company finds out that your stuff is sitting at a tax sale, they're going to come and they're going to pay it. And now you're going to owe them. Okay? You ain't going to be just out of the clear blue, okay to go. All right? But they're not normally going to let somebody come and get ownership of that property because you got a lien on it with, John Doe Mortgage Company or the credit union or whatever. Okay. So, y'all with me so far? It says if the owner, which is the defaulting taxpayer, goes back to the county, to the tax office, within 12 months from the date that you won the bid on their property, and they pay everything that you paid, they pay it up. Or if a third party that has something to do with the owner or the property pays it, or if the mortgage company comes back and pays it. You just lost out. You will get your money back, but you don't get the property. It don't get put in your name until all the process has passed. Okay? So, say you paid for the taxes and you think it's yours. It's not yours. You cannot go to that property. You can't go knock on that door of that property. You could get in trouble for trespassing. You can't tell people to move out that you own the property because you don't. All you did was you paid the taxes and the right to possibly gain ownership of it in 12 months. All right? If any of those people go back that I mentioned and they pay the money, say, sorry, I was in the hospital, whatever. I didn't realize all this was going on. Nobody told me. Okay. You will get 100% of your money back that you paid plus interest. Now, right now, it's saying you would receive 12% interest based on per quarter. Every quarter, you'll get 12% interest. Okay. All right. So you have no rights for 12 months. You have no inspection rights. Nothing. You're just basically trying to get this, and you're just like, just pulling stuff out of the air. That's the only way I know how to say it. What I would recommend you do before you decide to go to this thing, and you're not going to know until September. I recommend you call your favorite realtor and say, help me investigate these properties, and what do you think, in your opinion, would be a good investment? And then I'm going to tell you, you need to hire a title abstractor person right away. Or you can pay me to do it because I know how to do it. Okay. If not, you need a title search done to find out if there's anybody down the chain of title that has ownership into that property. Find out who the owner is, who the previous owner was. There's all kind of crazy stuff y'all need to do. It's better to just pay a realtor so much money to do this for you, so much money per hour. I mean, realtors charge different things. They could charge you a flat fee. They could charge you an hourly fee. They ain't doing it for free, okay? But they can do it. We know what to do. I mean, well, not all of us do, but some of us do. Okay. Um, Check the if the house is in the county, um, they don't keep up with permits. But if the house is in the city limits, they do have records of permits that the owner has had pulled to have things done to the house. You can pull those and say, have they had any work done on the house that required a permit? Have they had new windows put in? Did they have a new heating and air system put in? Did they have a roof put on, or repaired? Anything, I can't remember the exact dollar amount, but I think it's like anything over couple $100, $300-400 you do to your house, you're supposed to get a permit for it to be done. Any contractor you hire that is a bona fide, licensed, and insured, and licensed, like they got all their credentials, they normally gonna pull a permit. Okay, if their electric has been rewired, you got to have a permit for that. If you're gonna hire somebody to do it, unless you know what you're doing and you do it. But there's no record of that. But you can check permits, see what's been done. So that's another thing you can do. You can kind of check with the neighbors. Okay. If you know them, or you basically got to be a detective, y'all, if y'all want to do this. Let's see here what else on tell you. Don't go knock on the house of the neighbors. Don't go bother them. Don't go talking to the homeowner because they gonna get offended, because they could be going through a whole lot of stuff in their life, and the last thing they're gonna do is tell you something to help them lose their home. They ain't gonna help you. Don't even try it. Okay. Also go ride by the properties. Why in the world would you want to try and pay a tax sale on something if it's in the middle of somewhere that nobody takes care of the daggone properties there? Your neighbors don't take care of their property. Why would you want to own it? Why would you want to own one in the smack middle of two of them that don't give a you know what? Why would you want it? Sometimes good deals ain't really good. Alrighty? So, um, this one is going to blow your mind. Okay? If you still with me. Once that 1 year's up, that 12 months is up, and the owner never came forward Nobody never came forward. Okay. Then the tax people, they keeping up with that because you had to pay all the past due plus the current tax bill. They're going to eventually issue you a tax deed. It is not a general warranty deed that you normally would get if you was just to buy a house straight out from an individual or whatever. It's a tax deed. So say you go in after that 12 months and nobody's in it, it's been abandoned or whatever, and you go in and take possession of it and you flipping it and you spending money on it, doing all these kind of things to it, and then you say, I'm gonna put it up for sale. Great. You better call a realtor that knows what they're doing, because they'll tell you. You ain't gonna be able to sell it. Can't sell it. Tax sales, you cannot sell it and give a general warranty deed for 10 years. There is things you can do to get around that, but it's going to cost you some money. It's going to cost you an attorney to get involved. You're going to have to hire an attorney and let them do some stuff, and then they'll let you know whether or not it can be done or not. Because I can't give legal advice. So I'm not going to say anything else other than that. But it ain't always cut out to be, y'all. Okay? You are probably, in my opinion, better off, instead of trying to do a house, it's better to just try and do land. Okay? Here's another scenario. What if after 12 months you get your tax deed and you were doing it to give property to your children or grandchildren or whatever? You wasn't going to sell it. Okay, you're just going to keep it in your name, but then you were going to give your family somewhere to live, and there's people living in it. The people that had been, quote, owned it, right? You're going to get that tax deed. After 12 months, you can go knock on the door or send them a certified letter, however you want to do it, but you're going to have to do certified eventually, and tell them they're getting a notice to vacate the premises because you own the property now by a tax deed and you officially own it. You've got to have a deed that's got your name on it that the county sent to you to prove you own that. And then you're going to have to go through court proceedings to get them out. You can't just go throw them out. They have rights. There's that. So let's see if there's anything else. There is only one way that you can take ownership after the 12 months. It's called a quiet title action. Okay, not a quit claim deed. That's something different. Quiet title. You have to hire an attorney to do that, and it could take 6 months or more to do it. And I'm talking thousands of dollars. I had a client that did this, and he was doing so many of them on a regular basis. He would go to the tax sale and say, I'm not waiting 12 months. I'm going to hire my attorney, and he's going to do a quiet title action on it. But he's got to do a lot of research. And I think he was charging this man about $4,000 or $5,000. Boom, for every one of them. And then all that had to go through the courts. A judge had to sign off on it for this person to be able to get a quiet title to the property. The quiet title basically removes a cloud off the title, because the tax title is a cloud on the general warranty title, general warranty deed. And also, the state of South Carolina contracts between a buyer and a seller. If you decided you wanted to sell it, it says that you must convey, Mr. Seller, a general warranty deed. If you can't do a general warranty deed, can't sell it. You got to work around them loopholes, and you're going to need an attorney. So, Manic Monday, delinquent tax sales. Got any more questions? Give me a call, 803-417-4209. If I can help you, I will. I do have a story I want to tell you, but I'll do that in the next one, part 2. You can email me, KimberlyGaffney@gmail.com, but I hope you will like and subscribe to my channel, and send me a question. If you got any questions about anything, I just cannot give legal advice, but I can tell you who to call and what you need to ask them. So I hope that'll help. All right, go to the next video.